Hey there friends, it's Sarah here from the Archer and Olive Ambassador team and She Designs KC over on Instagram. Today I wanted to share some fun and easy envelope art designs with you. I made it one of my goals this year to send more snail mail because who doesn't love getting happy mail, right? And for the last couple of years, one of my favorite things to do is decorate my mail with fun envelope art. I had so many ideas for this, but only so much time here on YouTube to make all of these. So I'll quickly show you a few examples of envelope art that I've done recently, and then we will dive in and make a few together. So hopefully you can see from these examples, some are more complex than others, but it really doesn't take much to make an envelope really pop and look playful and exciting. I know I would love to open my mailbox and find a quirky envelope like one of these. So let's get started. Today I'm using a couple of blank envelopes I had lying around, my Archer and Olive calligraphs and acrylographs, and my dot grid stencil, also from Archer and Olive, along with some other common tools like pencils, erasers, scissors, etc. If you don't have any blank envelopes, be sure to head over to my blog post where I have included a free printable envelope template, which is what I'm working with here for my first envelope. As you can see here, this envelope is easy and quick to assemble. You'll just cut it out along the dark lines and you'll find some light gray lines to serve as guides for the folds, and then use whatever adhesive you prefer to assemble it, and it is ready to go. So let's dive in and make some art. The first design I'm going to do is a rainbow and cloud. And I want to write the recipient's name and address on the cloud, so I want that to be pretty large. As you can see, I did go in first and do a pencil sketch just to make sure I liked the composition, and then I lightly erased that so I could just vaguely see my pencil marks before I went in with my Archer and Olive calligraph pens to color in this envelope. I really wanted my cloud to be white, but it was obviously blending in with the background of the envelope, so I did some of those messy blue streaks to give it a little bit of contrast, and then just added in the name and address. Lastly, I went in with a darker shade of calligraph, and using the finer brush tip, I added a drop shadow to the name and address just to make sure that that really popped. And I think this came out so cute. It was very simple and fun to make. Up next, I wanted to do some envelope art that was very festive and celebratory, and I found some elements on my Archer and Olive dot grid stencil that would work perfectly for this look, so I'm primarily using that for this whole envelope. I wanted the recipient's name to look like it was hanging on a banner, so I used the little flags on my stencil to create a banner and then wrote the name out inside that. And then I also used the circles on my stencil to do a couple of little balloon clusters down at the bottom of the envelope. I filled in all of these elements with my Archer and Olive calligraph pens, and I just love how this look came out. It would be perfect for a birthday card you're sending to a friend or family member. My last envelope is going to be a floral design because florals are just my very favorite thing to draw. I'm using my acrylograph pens for this one because I wanted to make some kind of retro, maybe 70s looking flowers, and I knew I wanted to layer some of my colors, and the Archer and Olive acrylographs are just perfect for that. They're so opaque, as you can see here, and they dry really quickly too, which is nice if you're really impatient like me and have a hard time waiting for ink to dry. I'm a smudger all the way, constantly smudging my artwork, but not with these acryligraphs, which I really appreciate. Acryligraphs also happen to look just phenomenal on craft paper, which is one of my favorite paper types, probably my favorite paper type. I am a sucker for craft paper, so I love how much they pop and just look amazing on that type of paper. These flowers are also really fun because you can just get so creative with them, adding little lines and dots and stamens or whatever, and make them look really fun and playful. Just in case you've been wondering throughout this video, all these names and addresses I'm using are fictitious. They are all just things that I made up, so no need to worry about anyone's privacy here. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope you're leaving with some inspiration to create some envelope art yourself. And if you do, please be sure to tag Archer and Olive and myself so we can check out your fun creations. Be sure to subscribe here on the Archer and Olive YouTube channel for more creative content, and I will talk to y'all soon.